Hi, my name is Elna from elnakane.com, and for today's video, I want to share with you 6 easy freelance writing platforms for beginners that pay at least $100. And this was my blog post called 35 Best and Legit Job Search Sites for 2024, and I used every one of them. They're freelancing, they're remote, and they're online, all right? So I looked at all of them. So I'm not going to go through all 35, I'm just going to pick the best ones, and those are the 6, okay? So the first one, let's look at what it is. It is workingnotworking.com. Here you can find freelance jobs. They're not just writing jobs, but there are freelance design work, there are editing work, lots of different types of freelance jobs that you can take while you wait for the perfect writing job. So here's a freelance graphic designer, which looks pretty cool. Here's an agency copywriter, nice. An editor, cool, again. Here's a SEO beauty writer. So there are some writing jobs all over here. I would definitely bookmark this writing platform to help you find the perfect job. Here's a cool digital designer for Pinterest. If I was freelancing as a designer, then I would definitely want to work with Pinterest. But let's look at this one here for a beauty writer that's SEO knowledgeable. It looks like they're looking for someone experienced for project-based assignments. So think product reviews, first-person essays, hairstyle, makeup, skincare, roundups, trend reporting, and more. So they want to look at your portfolio. You must be a strong self-editor too. As far as experience, it's just about the work. They want to see proof of your experience, so that's great. And here's the job posting to get more information about it. So even though it's remote, it looks like it's for project-based assignments. That's usually a freelancing role. So again, you can take a look at this website. Like I said, I haven't been to many remote writing job sites or platforms because of the word remote, but a lot of them do have freelance jobs too. The next one is freelancingfemales.com. They do have a job section. Now, it's not just for women, but they may highlight women-owned businesses, for example. So for this site, they have everything from social media to design to copywriting and more. You can definitely just look and see quickly that they have 3 copywriting jobs here. Content and social media is another 2 right there. So you can take a look and see, and if you want to dip into editorial or journalism, there's another job there. So we have a copywriting temp to permanent there, another copywriter. Here's a real-time editor, that looks cool. Video editor and more. All of this looks pretty neat. If we look at this one, which is a finance content writer, under freelance here, you can see what they're looking for, what they accept. So even though it says it's remote, they're looking specifically for freelancing. So take a look at what they seek, what they want for a finance writer. I don't think they put how much the pay is, so it's probably based on your skill level, but they want to ensure all written materials adhere to their brand guidelines and tone of voice, editorial standards. So this looks like a cool gig if you're a finance writer. The next freelance writing platform to get paid at least $100 is remote.co. Now, like I said, I don't like looking at job search sites or writing platforms called remote, right? Because I want to do freelance. I don't want to do full-time contracted work for a business. But I was following other writers on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, and some of them were mentioning this particular job search site or writing platform for freelance work. I bookmarked it, I wrote about it in my blog post here, and found that they have some really nice writing jobs that are freelancing too. At the moment, they don't have many here, so it's like a freelance plant to gardening feature writer. Again, this one I would look at if this was my niche. Since it has freelancing in it, I would pay more attention to it. So they want you to research and pitch and write 2,600 to 3,000 word articles, and what they offer, 8 cents per word. So it's not the highest gig out there, but it's something to get started with. Again, these are for beginner blog post writing jobs. These are for beginner freelance writers. If you're writing that, you'll get around $200, it looks like, with this rate, which is great because for a beginner writer, getting at least $100 for paid work is awesome. So again, you got to look at it that way. The next writing platform for freelance writers is justremote.co. Here's another job site with the word remote in it, but there are some writing jobs available. What I like about this one in particular, that it does have notable brands. So like Zapier here and Teachable are here too. These are a little bit different. Like I said, they're contracted, they're permanent, but I know Zapier for a fact hires freelancers. So if you see this and you know that they probably also need some freelancers, so you can definitely pitch to them and do it that way if you wanted to. I've worked for Zapier, so I know that they hire freelancers. So that's an option. Same thing with the Teachable job. Come in there as a freelancer too, because they also hire freelancers. So it's things like that where you can come in and they can put you on a back burner, and you can reach out to them, you know, the next few months later, just to make sure that you're available. If they need any freelance work, that you're there. The next writing platform is bestwriting.com. This is a newer job board or a newer writing platform that I'm noticing on social media, so I've been paying close attention to it. So they have lots of writing jobs. Some of them are freelance, some of them are not, so just keep an eye on these and you can see what they need. This is part-time for a writer, so that might fit into my schedule if it's part-time. You can also just type in freelance to see what's available, and they have something like this, which is freelancing. You can also search that way. You're not going to get a lot, and it might be an older gig, but you can also pitch to older gigs if they still haven't found a writer, or they might need another writer. And then the last writing platform is Smart Blogger. They have a job section. You can definitely filter what you want. If you do, you might get older gigs and not many. So if I do freelance, I have a health writer right here. So with a health writer, they're looking for high quality content, not churn and burn here, it says here. So you might get it's competitive rates. So for health writing, you know, I'm guessing more than 10 cents a word for this type of writing. But if you remove that, then you get fresh jobs here. So you can take a look and see. A lot of them, like I said, are full remote. They're copywriting, but if you find a brand that you really like and you know that brand inside and out, you can definitely pitch to them because you know that they're trying to find a writer as a freelancer. And so you might appeal to them more than these writers that sign up. All right, so it's something to consider when you are finding these remote jobs that aren't necessarily freelancing. So there you go. Those are the best and legit job search sites for 2024. Take a look at those, bookmark these writing platforms, these job boards, whatever you want to call them, because they do have profitable writing jobs for you, especially for beginners. So if you're dying to know other legit job search sites or freelance writing platforms, I suggest that you go to this blog post. I'll put a link to it in the description below and you can review it. In this blog post, I do go like heavily into a lot of them here, especially the most popular ones that you see, like LinkedIn, like Indeed. So I show you what it is, how to use it step by step. I show you like my resume. This is how I applied for the job. I do that for the most, popular ones here, like Monster. I think it goes to ZipRecruiter as well. I tell you that they send a lot of emails. So I really go in depth into this blog post, especially in the beginning part. And then I go and list as many job search sites that I've used and tried myself. They're all here, and you can jump to them if you just want to look at like Dynamic Jobs, Crunchboard, Behance. You can just go right to it right here, and it's just a little thing, and then you can click on it to see what it's all about. Then you can go back to the top and do the same for other ones if you want to skip around. All right, so I made it very easy for people to find what they need, as well as I've given my top 5 for search websites, for remote job search sites, and for freelance job board sites here. Now, I did not use a lot of these. Some of them I have, some of them I not, but a lot of from the video that I've produced for you were related to what I've been seeing on social media, what I've been seeing that's up and coming as well. So these are tried and true as well. So take a look at it. All right. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these platforms, which ones you like the best, and make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.